Have you ever gotten into an argument with your wife or girlfriend and you are so sure that you are right, that when she sees your side of things and you present the facts, she'll calm down, she'll accept you, and things move forward. And then as you start to speak to her, things just kind of fall apart one after the other. She gets frustrated, annoyed, and when you're showing her the logical facts about what you meant on your side of things, she doesn't care. She says, "You don't understand how I feel." You guys start bickering and things get a lot worse, and you might as well have not even brought up the issue in the first place. So you're just gonna hold back. Well, that's because you're missing one technique that I'm gonna show you in this video to win every single argument with your wife. Look, I know that sounds way too good to be true, but let me give you a story example with a recent client in my marriage mastery program. So this client, he started having a better relationship with his wife after a couple weeks into the program using the skills we teach. And then inevitably, his wife went to go test him. Now, the way this test came up in an argument is that they were at a party. The husband's ex-girlfriend was going to be at that party. Now, they have been friends for over a decade. Nothing has happened. There are no feelings there. Now, his wife knows that they're just friends, and his wife and his ex-girlfriend have actually been friendly together in previous times. All of a sudden, everything is going right. The guy just wants to have a good time, have no drama, and all of a sudden, his wife comes to him and says, "I'm tired. I don't feel good. I want to leave." Of course, the husband believes that she's telling the truth, and he can't read between the lines and understand the woman's indirect communication. So he says, "Okay, sure, let's go." As they're driving home, she's completely quiet. Then he starts to catch on and says, "What's the matter?" Of course, his wife says,
"I'm fine."
Fine stands for fucked up, insecure, neurotic, and emotional, if you didn't know that. So after a while, he started using the skills of understanding that something was actually wrong, and he pressed his wife in a very positive and compassionate way to get her to open up. Now, because she felt safe with him, she began to tell him the truth. She said, "I heard you call your ex baby." Now, 99 times out of 100, what most men would do like yourself, if you know you didn't say that, your immediate response would be, "I did not call her that. What are you talking about? You're hearing things. You must have heard wrong." Because you know for a fact that is the truth. However, he learned the skills and the number one technique of playing tennis with his wife, and instead he responded the right way. But let's look exactly what not to do instead first.
Got it. Awesome. Thank you.
So the first mistake he's making right here is he's not making eye contact with her while she's talking, which makes her more upset.
You drive the kids around drunk, Jack?
Of course not.
Of course not. You just drove to my show drunk. That would be some way to leave us, you know,
Little context, she just got a new dream role of singing, and his behavior has been getting worse ever since she got that role.
teenagers and you...
Yeah. What happened with Ben?
He tried to kiss me.
And?
And... I'm sorry, are you kidding me right now? Are you actually...
She's upset because that he would even question if she would cheat on him. Because she wants to believe that he would trust her enough that she never would.
Serious. Oh, wow.
Great conversation, Rebecca.
And so instead of him being, honest with how he feels, he throws a sarcastic remark out.
Way to hash
First
this out.
time in years that I had something for myself. The first time in years that I want...
Say it.
No.
No, go ahead and say it. First time in years what?
He's raising his voice.
That you were fulfilled? Go ahead and say it out loud. That we don't fulfill you. Go ahead and say it out loud that your life is...
I have no life. I have zero life, Jack. I am a housewife to 3 teenagers who do not need me anymore. And I have a husband who waltzes in every night at 8 o'clock, if I'm lucky, goes to the kitchen, recaps his day for me, and then passes out upstairs at 10 o'clock. I have no life. I am a friggin' ghost.
So best response there is in a calm voice to reflect the way she feels, but...
Wow, well, you know what? That is something.
He walks away and throws another sarcastic remark in.
No. Admit to me that you hated the fact that I had something happening for myself.
I hated that you lied about working with your ex-boyfriend.
No, that's total BS, Jack. You hated the fact that I was singing again.
I was fine with
You
it.
didn't want me to have a career. You never
Career?
did.
You are a 40-year-old woman singing covers in pubs. That is not a career,
Personal dig.
Rebecca. That is ridiculous. And the fact that I am supporting this family financially and emotionally, and still I am being attacked for not being supportive, that makes me want to ram my head through a damn wall.
Wow. Let your father out, Jack. Let him out. Doesn't that feel good? Doesn't it feel good to
I have
let go of the whole
always
Mr.
given you
Perfect
everything that you
charade?
wanted. I have sacrificed
You
for this family,
sacrificed.
yet you don't
You
know that
sacrificed.
half of the load that I have
Was it
had to
hard
carry.
for you to make every
You don't know
single
the things.
decision for this
You don't
family
know
and
what
to watch
I've
me
given
follow?
up. You don't.
No.
Clearly, at this point, nothing's being heard, so we'll stop it there. But that's an example of what not to do in a conversation. Now, as you can see my beautiful drawing here, here's the net, the two people. You don't have to tell me how great of an artist I am. You can comment down below if you want to, let me know. But regardless, so when you argue or communicate with your wife and have a conversation, you don't want to cross over the net. You want to hit the ball back and forth without cheating, all right? Now, every person has an intention behind their communication. That intention, 99 times out of 100, is that we have a deep core need, shown by these needs right here, that we want to get met. Also understanding, appreciation, respect, those are other needs that are not on the chart right here. Now, there's observations versus evaluations. You want to always speak in observations, trying to understand what that person's intention was. So, incorrectly, what a husband or many men I would see do if his wife were to have the same exact scenario would say something like, you're always making things up, right? Using always, that's crossing the net. He's assuming the intention. You're insecure and making all these evaluations and judgments based off what he observed. Not crossing the net was to make an observation. So this looks like in the form of what I already told you. So what he said was, you feel hurt because you heard me say baby. Now I know the biggest hang up that many men have is that if I say that to her, then I'm agreeing with her and saying she's right. That's not the case. All you're saying is that you perceive this event and you felt this way based on what you viewed. By doing that, you're playing naturally with her. It helps her calm down and she wants to play back with you, understand your intent. You see, his wife's ultimate intention behind that was to feel connected and understood. And that's the majority of what women are seeking in conversation when they feel hurt by something. They want to feel understood and connected. By arguing with her and saying, I didn't say that, he's not meeting her need and he's crossing over the net. You see, because the husband's intention was to also feel understood himself and for his wife to know that he would never intentionally hurt her. So after he used the right observation, saying, you feel this because of that, she was able to calm down and then the ball went back into his court and he was able to say, well, this is my intention. And he said to her, look, I know you feel hurt because you heard me say that. I want to let you know that I didn't say that. And I feel confused that you would actually think that because I would never want to call another woman that you're the only person I want to call baby. And that's what he said. But after he understood her and he used the observation, she felt understood. He gave the core need of her intention. She was able to play back with him. Reconciliation was had over that conversation. So what does playing tennis with your wife in a conversation actually mean? The LA Times posted an article about a study done by Stanford University. If an argument was a tennis match, many of us would tear right through the net in a frenzy back and forth spatting. The secret to winning an argument and the match is staying on your side of the net. The solution proposed by the experimenter Bradford back in 1969 was simply to say one statement. You fill blank because of this reason. And that's exactly what the husband did. And here's how it went down. See, no matter what he knows he said, the fact remains that his wife heard his voice say baby. She perceived that in her own world. By first seeking to understand that, it helps her calm down. She goes from her emotional mind to her calm, rational brain. And then the facts can come to play. You see, playing tennis the correct way and not crossing over the net is not trying to argue and use logic when she's feeling emotional. Look, relationships are simultaneously one of the simplest things and also the most complicated. What makes relationships complicated is the emotions attached. What makes them simple is you have specific needs, your partner has specific needs. Once you know your needs, know her needs, and how to get them met and communicate yours, that's what makes it simple. With all the assumptions and subjective reasoning and rationalizations and All that is what makes it complicated. So if you're able to strip away those evaluations, remain calm, use observational responding, those skills will help you play your tennis back and forth with your wife. Instead of having bickering and arguments that lead to more separation, you're able to play together, become closer, and have fun in conversation with her. And after that, she feels more connected to you than ever before and wants to continue playing with you for the rest of her life. Now, if you need more support, learning more communication skills and conflict, every single week we have limited spots available. Click down below to join the Marriage Mastery Program. You'll get on a call with one of our marriage evaluators absolutely for free. On that call, what we're going to do for you is we're going to assess your marriage and what 3 top reasons that led to you to where you are now in your struggling relationship, and exactly how to move forward towards reconciliation and a thriving relationship with your partner. Thank you for watching the video. Smash the like if you're new here. I come out with videos every single day except for Saturdays, and I'll see you in the next one.